Hello, everybody. So I'm here at the Wallenstein Gardens in Prague, and I want to talk a bit about Israel's Endgame, not to be confused with the David Eddings novel Enchanter's Endgame. And we've talked about this a lot over the past year, and we're coming up to, I think, next week, the 1 year anniversary of Hamas's attack and the beginning of Israel's various military campaigns. And so the thing that I really have been wondering about is, what is Israel's ultimate goal? What is their plan? What is their win condition? What is it that they want the Middle East to look like when all is said and done? Now, it's quite possible that, as with Putin's invasion of Ukraine, there is a goal and then it keeps changing based on the situation on the battlefield. That is certainly a possibility. If they see additional opportunities, they take advantage of them, and the whole thing is just kind of very much flexible. That's certainly a possibility, but I kind of feel that, like, for Israel, this is their big chance to accomplish something major and to kind of completely toss the game board over. So I find it hard to believe they don't have some sort of end game in question. Now, at a most basic level, you could just, if you want to take a simplistic view, you could just say that they're bitter, resentful people, and they view this as their opportunity to just kill Arabs, to kill Persians, and just to make all their enemies suffer by just carpet bombing them, starving them, denying them access to water, destroying their homes, making them live in tents. And there isn't really a game plan beyond just that. And it's to do that, and it's to destroy Lebanon and Syria, why not, and just go after all of their enemies at once. And there isn't really an ultimate strategic objective beyond that. So that's option number one. I don't think Netanyahu is, I don't know. I might not know him very well, but I just feel like he's a smart guy. You can say a lot of things about Netanyahu, but he's not dumb. And I find it hard to believe he doesn't have more of a plan than that. So that's number one. Number two, and this is, I think, what a lot of us thought was going to happen, was ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip. That they were going to either just start killing the Palestinians or kick them out or starve them to death, or one way or another just ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip and then start settling it and achieve the final solution to the Palestinian question. I think a lot of us expected that, but that hasn't really happened yet. I mean, they've killed a lot of people and they've blown a lot of stuff up, but it doesn't seem like it's nearly enough to do any kind of resettlement in Gaza. Maybe they're going to take the northern half of Gaza? I don't know. It's very odd. I'm not sure exactly what they're planning. So, here is my current thinking, all in. Israel sees this as their opportunity to basically achieve all of their stretch goals and all of their strategic objectives. Destroy Hamas, destroy Hezbollah, destroy Iran, grab Gaza, grab the West Bank, maybe grab some territory in southern Lebanon, ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip. And they've realized that they don't have the military force to do this single-handedly, and they don't have the political cover to do this single-handedly. What they do have, though, is the unconditional support of the United States. So I think what they're trying to do, it's very obvious that Netanyahu's trying to start a regional war. I don't think that's really in dispute. He's done everything possible to try to bait Iran and to try to bait Hezbollah into conflict between the Pager attack, destroying an embassy, killing the head of Hamas when he was on a diplomatic mission, killing the head of Hezbollah. Now, my understanding, and there was an article in The Guardian, I forget the guy's name who wrote it, but apparently there was an unofficial understanding that was established in the back channels that Israel wouldn't attempt to assassinate Nasrallah, and they wouldn't attempt to assassinate Israel's leadership. But that went out the door. A lot of what Israel's been doing is they've basically just been breaking taboos, and just breaking kind of the basic rules of diplomacy and international relations in a way that they kind of get a temporary win, but it's also just extremely humiliating and disgusting by most people's standards. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to force Iran into responding and force Hezbollah into responding. And when they do respond, the U.S. will declare basically total war on Lebanon and Iran, and they'll start carpet bombing Hezbollah and carpet bombing Iran, and they will just escalate. They will just escalate, probably send in ground troops and stuff like that. And when all of this is going on, Israel will start doing their full-on ethnic cleansing of Gaza. Maybe they'll invade the West Bank and expel them into Jordan. They'll occupy southern Lebanon. They'll just unleash their orgy of violence because they will have not just an implicit guarantee of support from the U.S., but the U.S. will actively be fighting battles alongside them, and the U.S. will just not be in a position to throw them under the bus. So they'll just be able to do literally whatever they want. Kill as many people as they want. Who knows, maybe use atomics. I honestly don't think if Israel was to use atomics to glass Tehran or Beirut or any city in the Middle East, that would affect America's support for them in a significant way. I think if Israel used sarin gas and chemical and biological weapons, I don't think that would support America's absolute guarantee against Israel in any significant way. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but not really by very much. So I think that is the end game. I think they might have realized on some level they don't have the resources to completely destroy Hamas, to destroy Hezbollah, to take Iran on 1v1. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to start a regional war, drag the U.S. in, and then use the U.S. as cover while they carry out all of their various social and political goals. But that's what I think. Once again, I could be wrong. This whole thing could just be Netanyahu's trying to keep wars going, so he can't go, he won't go to jail, or for cynical political purposes. But once again, he's not a dumb man, so I think he probably has some bigger goal in mind. But that's just me. So, anyways, God bless, guys, and talk to you again soon.